You are sitting there right now, maybe lying in bed. The screen is glowing. The hours are passing. There is a glass of water you meant to drink, an email you meant to send, a life you meant to live today, but you still have not moved. And the voice inside your head, the cruel narrator that follows you everywhere, keeps repeating the same word, lazy. You tell yourself you lack discipline. You look at people who seem unstoppable. People waking up before sunrise. People conquering their days. Then, you look back at your own heavy hands and feel something almost unbearable. Shame. But listen to me carefully. Laziness is not suffering. Laziness is the enjoyment of doing nothing. And you are not enjoying this. You are trapped inside exhaustion. You are not lazy. What you are feeling is not a failure of willpower. It is not bad time management. It is something much deeper. You are spiritually exhausted. You live in a world that constantly consumes your attention, but never feeds your soul. We were told modern life would make things easier, and in some ways, it did. Food arrives instantly. Entertainment never ends. Every answer sits inside a glowing rectangle in your pocket. But comfort is not peace, and information is not wisdom. Think about your mornings. Before your feet touch the floor, you reach for your phone. And within seconds, your nervous system is flooded. Bad news, artificial perfection, endless opinions, endless noise. Thousands of voices demanding your attention before your day has even begun. Your ancestors lived their entire lives without carrying this kind of psychological weight. And now you wonder why simple tasks feel impossible. Why folding laundry feels overwhelming. Why answering one email feels exhausting. You are not broken. You are overstimulated. Your mind has not become weak. It has become flooded. And when the brain is flooded for too long, it begins to shut down. That is why you procrastinate. Not because you are lazy, because your nervous system is exhausted. Modern culture treats procrastination like a productivity problem, but deeper down, it is an emotional problem. Every task carries friction, and friction feels unbearable when your soul is already tired. Your stress is already overflowing. So your mind searches for escape. Scrolling, videos, games, noise, distraction, temporary comfort. But comfort slowly became anesthesia. And now you spend your days trying not to feel. That is why nothing restores you anymore. You rest, but never recover. You consume, but never feel nourished. You entertain yourself endlessly while feeling strangely empty inside. 2,000 years ago, Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." And somehow, those words describe the modern mind perfectly. You are everywhere now, in conversations, in notifications, in algorithms, in endless digital worlds, but rarely inside your own life. You are surrounded by people, yet profoundly lonely. You are constantly stimulated, yet emotionally numb. You are always connected, yet deeply disconnected from yourself. And the guilt you feel while resting, that guilt is important because it reveals something painful. You are not truly resting. You are only escaping. The ancient Greeks had a word for this state, acedia. Not simple laziness, something far darker. A spiritual exhaustion, a loss of inner vitality. a slow fading of care. It feels like watching your own life from far away, like becoming a stranger to yourself. And maybe that is what hurts the most. Not the lack of productivity, but the feeling that somewhere along the way, you disappeared. The modern world tells you to optimize everything. Wake up earlier, work harder, track your habits, improve yourself endlessly. But you cannot optimize a starving soul. You cannot heal exhaustion by becoming more efficient. And maybe, just maybe, your mind is not fighting against you. Maybe it is trying to protect you. Because deep down, you have been living against your nature for a very long time. Pretending, performing, suppressing yourself to survive. Trying to become acceptable. Trying to become useful. Trying to become enough. And eventually, your spirit became tired. But now, we reach the uncomfortable truth. Because while the world is designed to drain your attention, you are still the one holding the door open. You choose the distractions. You choose the numbness. You choose the familiar pain of stagnation. Because change feels terrifying. And I understand. Really? Because numbness feels safer than failure. Distraction feels safer than silence. But silence is where your real life is waiting for you. You say you have no energy. But notice how quickly energy appears when something truly matters. The energy is still there, buried beneath overstimulation, buried beneath grief, buried beneath years of emotional exhaustion. You are grieving the person you thought you would become. And perhaps it is time to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the wasted days. Forgive yourself for the unfinished projects. Forgive yourself for disappearing into the screen night after night. You were surviving the only way you knew how. But survival is not enough anymore. At some point, you must return to yourself. Not through extreme discipline, not through self-hatred, but through awareness, through silence, through honesty. Sit alone for a while, without music, without videos, without stimulation, and listen carefully. The thoughts you have been running from are not monsters. They are wounded parts of yourself asking to be heard. Go outside, walk slowly, watch the wind move through the trees, write something terrible, create something meaningless, touch life again. Because healing begins the moment you stop consuming and start existing. Real rest is not endless entertainment. Real rest is presence. Real rest is nature, conversation, creation, stillness. Real rest is the absence of noise. The weight you carry was never meant to stay on your shoulders forever. Put it down. You are not lazy. You are simply a tired human being who has spent too many years walking in the wrong direction. So stop for a moment. Breathe. Look at the sky. And when you are ready, take one quiet step back toward yourself.